Morning. I'm Susan Williams, the President and CEO of the Venango Area Chamber of Commerce. This is our 7th in the Shift, Sustain, and Succeed series. We welcome everyone to join us each Tuesday and Thursday as we do our best to find the answers to the most pressing questions our businesses have in navigating the COVID-19 situation. Promoting and marketing a business can be challenging during the best of times, but over the last 2 months, it has been interesting to say the least. Today, we're going to dig into some of the good and the bad of public relations and marketing with Holly Gibbons of Gibbons Business Solutions and Ashley Sheffer, Program Manager of the Be Here Initiative and co-owner of Core Goods. I'll remind everyone that this is an ever-evolving situation, so everything that we share today is based on what we currently know and could be different tomorrow or in future months. Again, if you have any additional questions or comments, please submit them in the Zoom chat and we'll do our very best to include them today or in follow-up. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started. So Holly, I think we're going to start with you. Many businesses closed in March and have not yet reopened. How important is it for these businesses to continue connecting with customers and prospects, even if they're closed?
It's probably more important than ever. Everyone that is in the social media world has been informing their customers and businesses to actually increase their presence. So it's really important that you're promoting yourselves, telling your stories, providing relevant, superior, and consistent information, both in the PR side of your business and also in the sales and marketing side. So we would continue to post on social media, write the blogs, adding content to our websites, sending out newsletters. So if you're sending out a monthly newsletter, you might want to start sending out weekly newsletters or bi-weekly, so increase that frequency a little bit. And then just do whatever marketing that is really affordable for you right now based on the situation. So it's really that time to think outside the box, maybe do some creative types of marketing that you hadn't thought about before, and also maybe take a look at all of your profiles and make sure that they're up to date, your hours and things like that. So we want to just keep telling our story.
That's a great point. With the extra time, it is really a good time to take a look back at what you've done in the past and see what things might need updated and refreshed. Ashley, anything you'd like to add to that?
Yeah, just going off of the opportunity to think outside the box, I think it's a really good time to try things that you might not have thought about before too. So some people might have more time, or some people might just be able to take the advantage of more people being online right now and try out some new things.
Great. Well, with budgets for advertising critically reduced, have you observed some effective yet affordable marketing by businesses closed or partially open, social media or even traditional advertising? Holly, we'll start with you.
Okay. Well, we're all at home and we're actually on our computers a lot more. So Facebook has been reporting that they're seeing like about a 70% increase in traffic. And social media from a business perspective is really very affordable. Even if you're paying for boosted posts, just keep telling your story, craft those positive messages, help share community messages, engage your audience to participate and provide those value-added services. So just keep posting, and if you feel it necessary, if you're in a mode where you're actually selling, providing curbside, in-store, then maybe boost some of those posts in order to gain a larger audience.
Great. Well, Ashley, I'll invite you to comment on that as well, but I would be curious too if some of the things that you're seeing now will lead to, continuing or changing as businesses reopen.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of those new things people are trying, they're going to learn that it can stick and that it actually works really well. With traditional media too, with traditional marketing, I feel like some of them like newspaper and radio might be willing because of the situation to give you a little bit of a break. So it might give you an opportunity to try that as well. And I know, Susan, we've talked about mailings. You've mentioned a few times that this might be a good opportunity because a lot of people might not be sending paper mail as much. And you even said that you haven't been getting as much in your mailbox. That might be, if that works for your business, you could do some kind of postcard or something like that too. But with seeing like how things stick, I feel like a lot of businesses who are afraid to try things, this is a good opportunity, and then they might stick and they might continue doing that too.
Yeah, I commented that I love mail in my mailbox, and I'll take a piece of junk mail over no mail. So if you've got, particularly if you can invest in something that's really effective, impactful, fun to look at, it's a great time to send me a piece of mail. You're probably going to get my attention. So thanks for reminding us of that, Ashley. Holly, many businesses never consider the public relations side of marketing. Can you tell us why this is so important right now during the COVID crisis?
Well, let me just give you a brief example of maybe something that would be public relations versus general marketing. So if you're marketing your business, you're trying to sell those products and services. The public relations side of the business is really telling people that you've hired a new employee, that what you're doing now with COVID as far as trying to maintain their safety, whether it's when you're shipping products to them, whether it's when they're walking in your store, however you're handling the whole COVID thing, if you're just keep communicating those messages, either in social media posts or those newsletters or even a blog post on your website. So basically communicating your hours and really all of the things that are related to the new world that we're living here. And
Ashley, anything on that at all?
Yeah, I think she answered that pretty well. And just having a mix of content on social media, so making sure you're providing those really important, more public relations kind of content, and not just constantly marketing what you have for sale.
Yeah, and I'll give a shout out to our local media. I think we see that they're really, really trying hard to reach out to all of our local businesses, small and large, and tell stories. So, have a story ready for when they call you, or if need be, contact the newspaper, the radio, and say, hey, I have something I'd love to share. They're really looking for that story content. So a great chance for public relations. Ashley, social media continues to be an efficient way of messaging. Is it more relevant or less as we are bombarded with so many online messages?
I would say in general more, just because so many people are online and that's how you can pretty much reach anyone. But you have to really pay attention to what is best for your business, but also if you're a consumer, what is best for the business you're trying to contact. So for example, at Core Goods, we ask people to email or call their order, and then at the end of the day or a couple hours later, I'll see a Facebook message. So I'm trying to keep up with that, but I'm trying to be clear too, saying these are the two ways you can place an order. But if you're a customer trying to place an order and you see that we're not getting back to you, being willing to do a phone call or an email or try a different way. So I feel like a lot of us are bombarded with messages and Zoom meetings and all those things, but just making sure that you're communicating well, trying different avenues, and then just working with one another to see what's best.
Great. Holly, any thoughts from you on that?
No, I think that social media really is the most affordable form of advertising out there. Just make sure that it's entertaining, educating, promoting really what you do best. So,
yeah, great. I know we get worried about, not wanting to overwhelm our members with messages, but just a quick reminder this morning brought several of you into the meeting today. So I think sometimes, as long as we don't overdo that messaging, make it simple and easy, it can be effective to, frequently just get quick reminders out there. It's a balancing act for sure. Holly, trust has been challenged in every way. How does trust play a role in how people perceive our small businesses? And can you provide any tips on how businesses gain and retain customer trust and loyalty?
Well, it's a common fact that people do business with people that they know, like, and trust, right? So I think that we just need to, on our, in any type of our marketing, we need to make sure that we're always being professional, that we're being knowledgeable, and that we're being credible in the field. So that we have the right skill set and that we are promoting that skill set, and we're also being authentic. So if you're promoting, if your social media posts don't match your personality or the owner's personalities, people will be able to read through that. So I would just say be authentic and be honest and just be knowledgeable and professional.
Ashley, any thoughts?
Yeah, this is just a really good time to be the face of your business. And ideally, businesses should have been building relationships from the beginning, but if they haven't, or if they needed to work on it, this is a time to really work on that. And I love talking about like building your tribe and having a community, and it's fun too. You just have to, like Holly said, be authentic, be yourself, and really get to know people. And at the end of the day, it's all, you're a person, they're people. It's just about building relationships.
Yeah, I think we can each think about some of the ads we're seeing. I watch a lot of TV, so we're actually seeing owners step up and, you know, show who they are and tell what the mission of their business is. It's a really good time to revisit that, and it means so much more coming right from the owner or the top management of a business. Holly, many businesses and organizations are using this as a teaching time about products and services or about COVID specifically. Can you comment on that? Is this a good idea? Have you seen some good examples?
It is actually, as far as the social media, I mean, I believe that educating should be a big part of it, even outside of the COVID. So it's a great way to show your clients that you're both knowledgeable and credible, like I talked about a little bit earlier. It shows that you care more than just selling a product, that you're going to support that product and teach them how to use it. If you're selling something and then doing a video down the road on use of the product. So I think that people will buy from people that are doing more value-added services. So educating definitely is a value-added service. Some ways that we could do that would be to, you know, create webinars that people can log in from the comfort of their home, like we are today. Live video, if you feel comfortable doing that. Just trying to engage the audience. Take time to produce regular videos that'll benefit your strategy, even after this sort of passes and we get back to hopefully whatever the new norm is. So people are panicking and a little bit stressed right now. So look for their concerns, show ways that you can be supportive of, you know, what they're thinking and their fears are too. So, you know, just be authentic and do some educating in your posting, not only in newsletters, but social media.
Ashley, any thoughts?
Yeah, I feel like people really appreciate if you're able to tell them about your product, not just sell it. And with me, with the food, it's been fun because a lot more people are cooking at home right now. So even just, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be crazy. It can just be simple. Sharing a recipe of how to roast beets. We sold way more beets one week. So it's funny how just some people just, because when you own your business and you know so much about that topic, you don't realize how new it is to some people. So just sharing simple facts. I'm actually working with someone who just got a nutrition license. We're going to put little cards on each bulk bin just with how you cook that item and like very simple why it's good for you. So just little things like that, people appreciate getting that knowledge, but they don't want it to be too complicated.
Well, I think this is the perfect timing for me to invite Bill Kopp in for just a minute. Bill, we've unmuted you. I was just talking to Bill earlier this week, and he had started down a road before COVID that has turned out to be quite good for him. So I've reminded Bill to be brief because we still have quite a few questions to go. But Bill, can you share with us what's happened in your work with the students of Clarion University?
Well, yeah, I'd be happy to. We started last year early and worked with the SBDC a little bit. And through that opportunity, we were able to connect with the Clarion University with Cindy Nellis and Dr. Singh, and they had a marketing research project. And what they were trying to do was give the students real world experience in how a business actually works and what they need for marketing. We wanted to focus on social media because we know that that's an underutilized tool. And so that was our focus in it. We started with Facebook, and it is one of the neat things about it is it's free or very inexpensive. They were able to give us the benefit of their research and data. The students' benefit was they got their real world experience. Some of the stuff they taught us was being consistent, what to post, when to post. Like Holly said, being informative. We started a thing every week. We post a thing. It's Bill's quick car care tip, and it's an educational piece that we put out every week, and it's working really, really well. The one thing that was mentioned was many times when people don't have business and things seem tight, the first thing to do is drop marketing, and that's really the wrong thing to do. And the advantage and nice thing about Facebook, again, is it doesn't cost much, or it can be free. So it's really been a benefit to us. Toward the end, because of this, we got a little bumpy because the students couldn't come to our site and have meetings and all that, but we were able to do it electronically, so that worked well. So I've gained a lot through that experience.
Great. Thanks so much, Bill, for sharing. I was excited when Bill called a few days ago and said, hey, I want to share that we've had this real bump, and we attribute this work with the students and our social media marketing. So if you haven't checked it out, Bill's the owner of Action Auto, and take a look. And he is teaching, through social media. So I think that's a great opportunity for all of us to kind of learn from the students and learn from Bill. So thanks again, Bill.
Thank you.
Ashley, can you share some examples of really great marketing and advertising that you've seen in the last couple months?
Yeah. So personally, I feel like I spend a lot of time on social media, so I'm trying not to as much, but it's hard when I see so many businesses doing great things, and I like to get inspiration too. But I wrote down a few. One is the Oil Region Library Association. I didn't even know Dan and Natalie would be here, so here's a little plug for you. They've really been, because a library obviously is a physical space that most people think it's just go in and get books, but they've really marketed what they have there, all the online options. I actually applied last night for a digital library card so I can take advantage of them. So and they're doing fun things like riddles and really engaging people. The Pennsylvania Farm Bureau, Brittany, who works there, started this page called Show Us Your Local Northwest PA. And she just did a live video with us at Corgood last week, but it's really a way to teach people about using local foods. And not everyone will probably be excited about following the Farm Bureau, but this is kind of her little branded page focusing on not just where to buy local food, but how to use it. She'll do a whole post about different ways you can use one package of bacon that you get locally and things like that. And then the last two, I included Eckerd Chiropractic and then Trilasana Yoga Studio. Both of them have moved online. Kate Eckerd created a Facebook page where she's posting live videos, and then Trilasana just started a monthly wellness challenge, they're calling it, where she's really engaging people. There's about 50 people in that group cheering each other on and trying different things. So those are just some examples. There's a lot more, but those are some that came to mind.
Great examples. And I know, Ashley, you've shared with us that because of your responsiveness during this time, you are attracting customers that you expect to stick with you even after
Yeah.
COVID. So this is really a time to maybe engage people that didn't otherwise know who you are with effective marketing and service.
Yep.
Great. So kind of with that in mind, Holly, can you see some changes that you expect to stick once businesses are up and running in the green phase?
Well, I think that, you know, we're experimenting in new territory, and we're all thinking outside the box, and we're doing different things. So I think it's probably going to make each individual business will have to determine what makes sense to continue to do. I think one thing that we've all learned is that we can definitely hold meetings virtually, and maybe can really save in time and effort on coming into a local conference room together. So some of that might continue to happen. Those people that have done the curbside or the local deliveries that have never done that before will need to make decisions whether it makes sense for them and if their customers like it. I think that those are some avenues that they may want to continue. So yeah, I think that it's just going to be on a case-by-case basis, and the owners of companies trying to determine some of these new things that they're trying during the COVID, if it's working, and if their customers are going to want to continue to offer that. You know, I know in our second business, you know, we were not offering online music lessons, and now we're up to, you know, out of 164 students, we have about 40 online. And we're going to continue to offer those because we're actually have gotten a few customers outside of the Venango County area. So I think it's really what makes sense and what doesn't.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think we sometimes forget that there are people in other places, whether it's because of distance or just their remoteness or their busy schedules, that would love to do business with us, but it's just not that easy for them to get to us. So if we can make it easier for them through online classes and social media engagement, we actually, again, may just grow our tribes. So Ashley, given the chance that this situation may continue throughout the year, likely will continue throughout the year, and even the possibility that we will move back and forth through phases, please know, but it's possible. How can businesses be strategic in marketing and planning their advertising?
I think the most important thing is communication and transparency, and just being willing to be creative, because you never know what will change and what you'll need to do. And also with communication and transparency, not just about your products and everything, but your hours, what you're doing, what you would prefer customers to do, and just communicating with them and letting them know that we're all kind of in this together and you're just doing your best, and letting them know how they can support you too.
Holly, anything to add?
Yeah, I just really think that, you know, there really wasn't a handbook for this. We weren't prepared, and we may move back and forth. So I do think that, you know, some are still going to experience a little bit of fear no matter what phase we're in. So I think just being sensitive to those feelings and doing business with them in a way that they feel comfortable is the way to move forward.
Yeah, what's the new golden rule? Not do unto others as it's do unto others as they would have you do unto them, instead of what to you. Think about what others actually want. And Ashley, you mentioned, you know, transparency and really being willing to tell people what you want. As small businesses reach out to the community, there's a fine line between inviting people to support you and conveying desperation. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I think you want to be open with your customers. You want them to know how you're doing, but you also just want to remain positive and let them support you in ways that also make them feel good, not just feel bad for you and want to support and want to just help you out. So instead of just saying like, hey, we're struggling, because a lot of businesses right now are struggling, doing creative things, welcoming people to help you in ways that are not just handing you money, but really thinking outside the box, like Holly has said, and trying to show that you're really working hard and trying to do this, but you also really appreciate their support.
Holly, anything to add to that?
Yeah, I just think that, too much desperation is only going to instill more fear, and that's not what we want to do. We want to, keep promoting those positive messages and just having those good interactions with customers and, again, working with them at their comfort level.
Great. Yeah, I think we all still want to support a winner. And while we all want to help people that are really having tough times, it's also a real personal choice. Do I want to support someone that I think is going to come through this, or someone that may, I may invest in and then they decide to close up shop? So I think that messaging is really, really important. So I heard a quote recently that said, opportunity has a sly way of slipping in by the back door, and often it comes disguised in the form of misfortune or temporary defeat. Perhaps this is why so many fail to recognize opportunity. Is this a time of more challenges or more opportunities? Can a business come out of this better than they came in? I'll leave it up for grabs who goes first.
I like the idea of thinking of it as an opportunity. I feel like there's been a lot of, in everyone's life, you have failures and you have scary things, but if you just view them as an opportunity and see how you can get out of it. With the situation, I'm kind of unique because we've remained open, so I'm fortunate not to have to deal with the challenges that other businesses are dealing with. But even the curbside pickup, and that was a choice for us. We chose to close our doors because I just didn't want everyone's hands all over our bulk bins, and it just made me nervous. But it has brought so many opportunities. I've connected with customers more. I know what certain people get now. I've dabbled in a little bit of delivery, and it's really been a good relationship builder, and I've gotten to know people more. And I think, like Holly said, a lot of things will stick. So this has been scary and weird and stressful, but I'd say think of it as an opportunity.
Holly?
Yeah, I think that we're finding new ways to serve our customers, and that, those people that are really embracing those new ways will definitely come out a lot stronger, and maybe even with new products and services. So it's just keep that positive attitude and look out for each other and be mindful of the unique opportunities that this challenge is bringing us.
Great. Well, I so thank Ashley and Holly for joining us today. I know that either one of them would be happy to continue to help you. Oh, I haven't gone through my slides. So I want to remind you, first of all, Tessa's been taking notes and we're sharing some resources. So you can visit our website anytime and you'll find information about COVID. You can see registration for our future sessions, recordings of past sessions, and any resources we mentioned. But also we'll list the contact information for Ashley and for Holly. Ashley also works here at the Chamber, and along with the rest of my staff, my interns who are with us today too, Heather and Jessica, we're more than happy to help you. If you're struggling through some of your marketing or getting ads ready, let us know. We're happy to kind of help you through that. But Holly at Gibbons Business Solutions would love to talk to you about how her business can help you as well. So her contact information is there, and we'll be sharing that online. I thank Amy Keth from the Small Business Development Center for mentioning that they anticipate that they'll continue the collaboration between the SBDC and Clarion University marketing students annually. So if that's something you'd like to get involved in the way Bill did, you can contact Amy. We can put that information out there on how to contact the SBDC as well. And just one quick reminder, our newsletter is about to come out. So if you've got a great story to tell, something you want us to share, we do that monthly, and we share everything we put in our newsletter out to our blog posts and to social media. So you get a lot of run for a good story, a good press release. We're happy to talk more about, the difference between kind of a press release and advertising, but both opportunities exist. And we're making free, for at least right now, while we're doing a digital only newsletter, the opportunity to add an advertising insert to our newsletter for free. So the deadline is the 25th. So it looks like that's Monday. If we could have everything by the 26th at the latest that you want submitted for the newsletter, we'll certainly be happy to help you get your messages out, and you can contact us for more information about that. So again, I thank you so much for joining us. We will be, let's see, what's coming up next on Thursday. We'll have Rossbacher Insurance will be with us to talk to us about some of the opportunities and hazards that exist right now around COVID. Opportunities to save, but things that you maybe need to look at the fine print of your insurance. Next Tuesday, we'll have our 3 county commissioners joining us for a local update on how things are going on a local level. On the 28th, we're planning to talk about mental health. How do you keep your team and yourself functioning well during this difficult time? Some of us are feeling pretty isolated. It might be a time to just, know what to watch for to make sure that you're in check. Diversifying your revenue stream will be our plan for, that would be, what month will that be? June 2nd. We'll be talking about some ideas to do something a little different maybe than you've done before. And on the 4th of June, we're hoping to talk about your physical health. How do we make sure that we're staying strong when a lot of us sitting in front of a screen all day? So we've got a lot of great things planned, but we're open to suggestions. So if you'd like to be a part of these, or you have something that you'd like us to talk about, please let us know. With that, I'm going to wrap up today, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you all on Thursday. So have a great day. Get out and enjoy some of this Pennsylvania sunshine.